Vote for youth fair.
This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, I can feel them. What are they on me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them. When they see me brother them in the streets. Yeah, some they link they not. Some lay down a guts at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the house them gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say not a kush. Me brother don't want before him time. Say not a kush. So we they use the old age my youngest. Say not a kush. The youths them just they die. Say not a kush. For you. Salone. We say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. We say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Hope for you to say, is it all? That's all we say.
Fambul, on a good morning, on a good afternoon, on a good evening. I hope say any side or side, on a friend on a self. I hope so on they do well. I hope everything is going on well with you guys. And that I don't know waiting at the season to on now. We slowly they move from spring. In another, today is the first, so in 20 days from now we'll officially get into summer. It's beginning to get hot, it's beginning to get crazy. All the pollens then don't come out, the allergies them, other the allergy they go before. Other I knows they crash, other I knows they run, other they sick, all this crazy stuff that comes with the different seasons are beginning to surface. Even me with him up now, so I will need for say, excuse me, excuse me. Because sometimes they're not going to see why they blow me nose. Because since last week, the running nose has not stopped. I'm into the thick. Well, I wouldn't say the thick of it. I'm into the tail end of it. Because now I know they blow me nose every minute by the minute. There was a time where they blow them every minute by the minute. Now they go few minutes in between before. So, which means I'm getting better, right? It's a sign of improvement. But before we sit down inside the show better, so all this to say, excuse my voice. Excuse me if you see me with tissue. Excuse me if you found my, my oration stuffy, not clear. Don't be worried. If anything, pray for me to get. That's all. So today again, like I've been promised, when I say we go down this party so of the Salone now. We all know one Fambul from the different topics that we've been get last week, where we begin for tackle. I'm making good on my promise, and I'm ensuring that we finish that segment day of the show. So with me, I get no less a person than Mr. Jamboya. Mr. Jamboya, tell Fambul they are doing.
Angolem una morning, una good evening, una good afternoon. Myself, I go say una excuse me. Of course, una they hear the voice. We were in a northern hemisphere where the season they change, we all they see. Then my own throat they crack. They catch them in nose don't begin run. So una self get for the see me with tissue. But you see, this part of the world will not they give excuse.
Exactly.
Now you say, hey, I know well, I know this, I know that, we not get on at this part. Here we are committed to what we have to do, and we do it when we have to do it. So, excuse me for the voice and the nose and the tissue, but we go do what we get for do.
Exactly. So then they very important. The statement where Mr. Jamboya make very important. This part of the world, we don't make excuses. A commitment is a commitment. An obligation is an obligation. See, last week, even though I was not well, and from all intent and purposes, I should not really have been sitting in that chair last week. I should have been resting, but I don't give me word. I know say people they don't come for expect something. And having gone, been away the following week, I felt like I owe the viewers that much to come back here. And now the same thing again I they do, this week. The truth is I should be in bed, lying down under the blankets. But again, a commitment is a commitment. When you don't take an oath to serve, you serve regardless. Unless it can't think camp and come and worst now, then you're not able at all. Then that is different. But so long as I can move about, do here, I just need to pace myself. So now be with we, yeah. So the first topic wey one can tackle wetin happen at Kenema 2 weeks ago. We go into deeper, more deeper into this when it comes to the legal aspect, when it comes to Sierra Leone, even dealing with cultures and tradition. What is really culture? What is really tradition? Um, are all cultures good cultures? Are all tradition good tradition? That's not to the question what we go ask Nayaso today, because I get a special group of people them way on the 15th of this month. Mark your calendar, on the 15th of this month. A special group of people in Gukanayaso, women then, where some of them, if not all of them, have gone through, the Bondo Society, na Salone, you know. Um, we gonna go read a story. If culture and tradition, I think in anything there has to be a buy-in, there has to be willingness. People for willing, right? Not to something where then they go capture you like a slave and you are forced into it, you are initiated into it forcefully. I think if it come out from you. Salone don't sign a lot of international treaties then, including the African Union Maputo Agreement or Maputo Protocol, right? Where Salone sign and ratify, say, secret societies are banned. They're not going to take part, especially in the mutilation, in the cutting of, women's parts, and think in the name of tradition and culture. But like I said, we go into the legalities, the practice, and all of that later on. And if in this day and age, 2024, if we should actually as a collective society, as a group of people, if we still for the participate and for the push them norms they are so. For me today, I know say on the 2nd of January 2019, the current head of state na Salone actually banned the practice of secret society. It's public notice to everybody, but yet still you go get to ask yourself the question, say, how is it that a president, excuse me, people, how is it that a president under whose tenure the practice writ large of secret society was banned or were banned, but then still under in same tenure where in your work your flagship program hands off our girls, because when you say hands off our girls, it's not only for gender-based violence, it's not only for abuse and torture and rape and all of those things. If hands off, it means hands off, regardless of what it is hands off. So I don't know how then compartmentalize or how in compartmentalize meaning of hands off our girls, where in the hands of our girls at the same time they go cheer the ceremony, excuse me, people, the ceremony of, you know, the candle society or the candle practice or the name, you know, where in other words, are the practice of the Bundu society in Kenema. I think for me, leaving the legality aside, leaving the practice aside, because I feel say there will be time to really talk about that. Like I don't tell you now, on a mark on a calendar, June 15. That Saturday is going to be Nambara Soto or Soto Nambara. Na inge for happen na yaso. Because the women themselves are going to be here. Yeah, you know, say I dey learn, and me I don't learn. Now in that I say I don't learn, and me don't done, me
Ora,
don't
ora
stick.
de
I know that.
Nambara. Kedem
And
soto
I know,
Nambara Matilda.
yes, and I know for say when they tell each for use the word that they use them, you know. Because we get for Nambara Soto, Soto Nambara Naya, so trust me, you know. Um, that Saturday day, because we're going to be as we go for talk without filters. We are going to use the words as it is used, as it is used in the practice, in the whatever. There is not going to be any masking of anything. All things get for common and do bang 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 bang, because these people have the right to speak. They, whether they have been forced, whether they go willingly without fully knowing the consequences or the repercussion of what they were going into, they have a voice, they have an experience, they have a story to tell, and they are going to be given a platform to tell it, period. Because waiting we no want for there to be stigma in society amongst our girls, amongst our women. And we don't want them for go through painful experiences when they become women because of a decision taken by somebody who wasn't fully educated about, the repercussions of their actions then, right? But like I said, for today, on the side where me want focus, we go play the video first, and then I will tell you the side where me want focus on this week Salone we all now one Fambul show. So we go to a technical person, make them play that video there from the religious council or interreligious council on waiting them in get for say waiting have been them plea to the society, to the practitioners, to these people, including the Agbagba them, and what was the outcome of that play. Make we go.
Attention has been drawn to recent developments in Kenema district concerning the Bondo Kaibu traditional procession scheduled for Sunday 19th May 2024, which coincides with our Christian worship services. We wish to express our concern about the disruption of worship in our churches on this day, especially as it is the important Christian festival of Pentecost. The Constitution of Sierra Leone guarantees the right to worship and freedom of movement of all people. Therefore, we believe that the right of Christians to access their churches and worship centers should not be infringed upon or restricted. We call on the government and local authorities to take the necessary action in the interest of justice and peace. We stand in solidarity with Christians in Kenema district and urge the government and relevant authorities to act promptly to ensure these rights are respected and upheld. End of the release. It is signed by the Council of Churches in Sierra Leone, Evangelical Fellowship of Sierra Leone, Pentecostal Fellowship of Sierra Leone, Strategic Evangelistic Network, and Alliance of Full Gospel Ministers.
As long as they are there, no man, I repeat, no man is expected to be there. Nobody. So please, we want to comply with that.
They get
certain areas. Police and police. We don't go remember everything.
So, peradventure, if they come, you want to go to security, you know, the guys.
And these are only for this Sunday. Resident minister, hello. Resident minister don't give in word say. He is even requesting that the church can meet him after a month. He go call on the women's leader and the authorities of the city for Sidom and make sure Sunday is totally out of the question any longer. Sunday and Friday not going to be used again. That's going to be resolved. But because of their planning, because of the financial investments, because of everything they don't do, it is now very challenging for them to reverse. It's very late. They really throw an appeal to we as a church. The chiefs them, the women leaders, they really make an appeal. They say them, yes.
So sir, una will go represent you. Wait till una decide, sir. Because they be able to do anything different.
The president, the resident minister in position in this environment is as a president of this environment. And we serve as a church are law-abiding people. So we go strictly by what he has said, and with the request that everybody please comply with the resolutions.
Finish.
Please.
Two things happen, sir.
Then we also in a church. Now we can talk to people. When they get issues that we can call, we go talk to them.
Of course.
Please, let we remain calm. Everybody abide by the rules. Everybody go by which it don't be resolved. It is.
Some people for sale. When they inside, they watch them where they cannot do it. Now two of them. The first one, I know it's time for mention one because of the kind of position we hold. Now first use the word force.
Exactly.
So nobody will stop them, then don't get the victim that they cannot do.
Exactly.
But the other one, use the word and cause pastor they say,
let them eat on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Let them go lay down.
No, let it paper. Let it paper.
Let them get food.
It's wrong.
Yes, we condemn that, but we just want to do an appeal.
If he promote
Then don't take them an easy. Let we left them. Forgive them. Forgive them, please. Forgive them, please.
President, you don't talk, right? Make us say this to the all. Please,
Now let's not plan spiritual measure.
Everybody can comply with the resolutions made there. Nothing more. If you have anything else to do, let it be done in your church. So please, we appeal to everybody for comply. Everybody for remain calm. Talk to your members. Talk to whatever you're going to talk to. If you get somebody who can church, please be calm. Please go ahead with the service.
But not go inside them.
So we don't listen to this. We don't listen to the two video, then we listen to the plea of the religious council where now it comply of all the denominations them, no matter what denomination, so longer it fall under Christendom, they all come together, they make that press release there and sign them. Then we listen to obviously somebody where maybe na head of a church council, na kenem, I mean no know that person they name. Where then gather, and he was giving they give directives. You see, they can't say something I also way. Some people they're not go like waiting I get for say. But I have to say it. Because speaking the truth, now they set we free. When he say the resident minister has the authority now like a president, like the president of that division, they know the resident minister does not have such authority. The resident minister they there for serve. Yeah, a resident minister. He did it for supervise and look at the function of the government and make sure say everything go well, but does not have the authority of the president. That therefore a big mistake. The second thing women observe is that, like, people who know me, they know that me grow one na Salone, na, come see, come sa, half year, half yonder. Right? We not to the kind picking them where them go say them born and grow na Salone and men na Salone. But we tell God thank you for the love where we get for we country. Yeah? We tell God thank you for the love where we get for we country. Because even though we not spend our entire infancy or childhood in a salon or whatever, the small way we spend and the people that we envelope we and waiting we experience and the heart we God give we make say we able come back and can get to the country where we call home. And I am saying this because me na somebody where, if you sabi me family in Ebenezer Methodist Church, Circular Road, you will know that my late grandfather was a lay preacher. Yeah? You go also know for say me late papa na been chorister and youth president of Sierra Leone. You go also know for say it is written in the book say me late papa when and sit the time when then go sit the O level or whatever West African whatever exam na in can force na the entire Africa. At the entire sub-region. So now I'm picking the talk so not to inside big fully come. This one we sit on so. But I am saying all this to say is that my family have deep roots in that country. Sometimes that I do not talk about. Yeah? But the one thing where they not ever tell me in their history is that one day church locked because of something. If then decide say they lock the church, then now the only reason is because the entire church decides say then they go worship with another church collectively that Sunday day. Me when sit down so I join youth fellowship, I play in a band, I join choir, I join youth services, you name it. I was part of most of every organization for the small amount of time where they free time. I joined I represent Salone at the World Food Summit in 1995 in Italy. Lucky to meet the Pope and whosoever at that food summit, yes. So I don't do a service long enough, don't they serve community and don't they serve my country long enough that I know certain things, even though sometimes I don't talk about them. But in all of this that I speak about, I don't go na a lot of provinces, they don't travel na a lot of provinces than a Salone, na a lot of sub-regions than a Salone. One day, I know you say church close. Even when we were in the thick of the war, I will never forget the morning. I was it in 1991 or 1990 thereabout. I don't remember the exact year, but maybe it might have been January. Was it January 6, 1991, where the rebel them finally enter? If some of you have been there that next day, me and me late granny, the eve turning over to 1991, 1st of January, the 31st, yeah? Even in the thick of the war, where they then be the cotton cut put with the see all that thing and they, my grandmother and I walked at night. We went to New Year's Eve service. Now, inside New Year's Eve service, we still don't forget the church name. That church where they go up and how you call on Campbell Street. The church where team up right between Campbell Street and Pademba Road. Now that church there we attend that New Year's Eve. I'll never forget. We were in the church when we the gunfire them. We finished the church, we went home. Only for a few days later, they say the next day morning, as a matter of fact, as the clock turns over, as the year rolls around, Pademba Road prison don't broke. Now front me granny house, now they the prisoners them in the past. I saw that with my own two eyes, not to anybody they tell me something. Me granny in host then touch him 2 term, then touch him. Thank God for the youths around and say, no, this now Mami Kole also, I know they touch her. This now Josephine, because my name is Josephine as well. This now Josephine in host. No. Josephine a good person. Una know the mistake, not to this host, una know they touch him. Nothing not they happened to this host. So people stood by because of my good work and they knew my grandmother and they knew me. But in all of that, at no point did we stop going to church because church not ever lock for we for go praise God. At no point. It no matter how the bullets they go past, no more you decide say you no want go church. It no matter how the rain they come, how the thunder, how the lightning, no matter what, people, the church, the doors to the churches were always open. So if we go to that extreme circumstance and nobody prohibited anyone from worshiping, because in Sierra Leone we have freedom of religion, freedom of worship, and freedom of that practice. Why on a Sunday, not only a Sunday, but a Sunday that is so significant in the Christian calendar, Pentecost Sunday, why una go say na a place, a space where reserved for Christians then? For go through the religious practice, why una go subdue them, not for go church? Why una go ask them? And you know what? Waiting they vex me. Now the fact that say the excuse is we have spent so much resources at this point. When una been the mark una dates for do una practice, una not been look the calendar first. Una not been consult the calendar first for saying who's there this? Oh, it's a Sunday. No. Sunday then Christians then they go worship. We cannot do this. So because you have spent your resources and so what? I'm about to say something and some of you would not like what I'm about to say. You see, if this na be Muslim Ramadan day, because let us take it equal. This was Pentecost Sunday for us. Ramadan is so significant to the Muslim. Eidul Fitr is so significant to them. If that was on a day, when that was the day when then they do the religious part, when I be in Ramadan, we day when then they go pray. And somebody decides to say mosque for lock because of an occultic practice, because of a nefarious, you feel to say them Muslim them in for left and go scot-free like that. You feel say them in for allow for somebody for spit on Allah like that. Because that was spitting on the resurrection of Christ. Bold face. And you Christians sat there and you allowed that to happen in the name of tolerance. How? How is that even acceptable? In whose name and on whose honor? Who sides would they make we talk am? You feel to say we Muslim brother and sister, then they mean for Sidom, Ramadan they happen, make them say they lock all the mosques and they lock the pregone. Because if mosque not even able hold them, they need for go na pregone for go pray and say una no go pray that day because we don't decide say this day we go pull secret society na don't nobody know for come out na do you think that would have flown by? You might think say that day be forget a pass. A pass would have been given to that in Sierra Leone. So when we meet the opposites that are docile and encouraging and accepting in nature, una know for they take people them for fool and work on them. Because this was gross advantage seized. In the name of now, no such thing no go ever happen again on a Sunday, on a Friday. The deed has been done, the die has been cast. Unfortunately, God is not a God to be mocked. And he's not a God that speaks. But trust me, for this act to do so, there will be a pain to reap. Now me talk and me Matilda Cole. Mr. Jamboya, make a left you make you kind side.
Thank you for the The vexation, I see the vex, no vex, yeah? No vex. We country, we build them from 1961 to now for be a failed state. Some of them how they happen, now the sure signs of a failed state. The only thing is, I will look this issue from a social anthropological point of view. You see, these are the underlying things them what we get for the look at na Sierra Leone if we really mean for continue as a nation and for go before. First and foremost, why should this thing have happened on a Sunday? Yes, the earthly Christians have been Pentecost. But even the Muslims were hot because Muslims then they pray 5 times a day. Then they go to mosque. They not be able to go to mosque that day. You see, the biggest problem we'll get in Sierra Leone, now one thing we get plenty different arms, like we then say octopus. What in are this thing we'll get in Sierra Leone? We've been saying this over the last 7 years. Sierra Leone has a sociological problem. We warrant for make we do research on we beliefs. The problem in Sierra Leone today is beliefs. A belief crisis we get. People and so believe say when they get power, then for misuse certain beliefs. Let's admit that Bondo society had been established centuries ago. Have we ever done a research to find out why them be established them? Coming forward, do we see it relevant for make today the society not the change, not the reform? It's just they do like in those days. This is where I go blame the intellectuals. And we always blame the intellectuals. Whatever is wrong in Sierra Leone today, we have never as a group come together for make we examine with belief systems, now we examine with perceptions, now we try to modify and create new attitudes. Bondo society is not peculiar to Sierra Leone. It is Liberia, it is Guinea, it is Cote d'Ivoire. The quick thing about it is the area where it concentrates, now area where get a particular sect of the Madingo people, the Konya people, where then they call Konyak. But them Bondo society more concentrated with. You may want to make a connection with that. Who is Fatima Bio? Fatima Bio claims to be a Gambian. She is not. She is Konyaka. Her father was a Guinean Konyaka who came to Kono, returned back with the mother. Then later, the mother and the father had some issues. She came back with Fatima. B is a Bambara name, we know. Bees are from Senegambia. Just like Fofana, Sise, and other Kanus, they are from Senegambia. And the fact that they have been incorporated into other groups don't make the link between them and Senegambia, they very far. Just like me when they talk, I get roots in Senegambia. But that has disappeared because now an attachment has been made to my name, Jamboria, which is Dalaba in Guinea. You see, if we not try for begin do research for find out some of them things here, we always they get the equation wrong. Because even the people that already advocate against Bondo Society or FGM, they may need to do certain research for find out what was the original role of the Bondo. How can we modify it to suit the present times? Can we get the people to be convinced to continue the Bondo but stop FGM? Because the original role of Bondo in those days, now for train girls into womanhood, train them how to manage a home. Sorry, like how they do home economics. Train them maternal duties, train them maternity, and then things then they. Those practices can be maintained. But the issue of mutilation, they can educate the people to stop it. But why are we not doing that? Sierra Leone is a country where everything is politicized. Even education, they don't politicize them. That's why I say the intellectuals get for blame. If we're not able to see, and the reason then we not ever get it right. We go always the cause and in a salon. Always. For wife of a president for being involved in such a thing. It will tell you the level of ignorance where they exist in Sierra Leone. Because before she takes such actions, normally you expect say they get advisors. Then go look around the social, the political, and other implications. Say, okay, law do this, law not do this. Law do so, law not do so. Man, what Tim they say in a religious leader, that word we talk. You know, I'm beginning to ask, what kind of people do they have in Kenema? Because another one make a statement where himself a religious leader, I think we'll get for discuss them. What you see the functional illiteracy. Because we not get time with the intellectuals for make with society. We see on they make hypocrite to say not tolerance. Too much tolerance na cowardice. And if we take them on the Christian level, Genesis tell we say, God said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness and let him take dominion. Each of us have dominion on this earth. If you see no compliment a man, they bully you, then you're an idiot. Some people think when I talk at it, not of vexation, I'm saying it the hard way. The intellectual class na Salone need for wake. Cowardice and hypocrisy. Now problem na Salone. The one the way they near outside the gravy they make hypocrites. The one the way they suffer, then they make coward and say not tolerance. But the Bible and Quran it tell we say when people let me they take advantage pan and company, God give the right for Iba Allah pan himself. But also, it's the religious scriptures. Yeah, religious scriptures. So why should we continue to be hypocrites? Who gains from this? Because for all we know, it's just an act of political intimidation. What are the objective behind this whole exercise? For make people empower and say, oh, this government will not able them, so that they will continue for do the nonsense so that they do. And above all, we say we have other political parties in Sierra Leone. Have they come out with any concrete statement? For condemn something, not a concrete
And
statement. Anybody can condemn, but why are you condemning something?
Mr. Jamboya, the other thing where actually got me thinking about this, where for say, all around, other than in the social media space where I see the outrage, and some parts, when the interreligious body them, and obviously the people of Kenema who were concerned, they came out and they spoke up. You can see the stark divide, or maybe may I say the dilemma between societal oath and religious belief. You can see how where they can say, choose he the where the Bible say, choose he these days who he may serve. We see a typical example of that in this scenario. And we see how when people dabble in things they're not supposed to dabble in. So man they claim say they're a Muslim. Friday, if you see the agbada they wear and they wear, right? As a matter of fact, some man they sew new prayer clothes every month for go pray, or every Friday, then they wear new one for go pray. Same way so the Christian them. Some man they sew new clothes every month. But in this you are a Christian, you are serving God, or in this you are a Muslim, you are serving God. They say one foot they inside, one foot they not do. The reason why they could not speak up was because they are part of these societies. They are members of these societies. So how do you condemn something that you belong to, that you are a part of?
Is it Matilda?
Then they are, then they
Matilda.
are. Now that make
If I
the
can
single say,
assist you.
you there, and tomorrow you there. So this is exactly
I
what
want
happened in
to
this
assist you. I
situation.
want to let you hold your thoughts. I want to let you hold your thoughts. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
society, what thing they make people and they get this impression about them, now the over politicization of them. These are normal cultural practices we been there for make bobo then turn man, girl picking and turn woman. But when they begin use them for sake of politics, if you have to be president, if you go join this society, go join that. Now they will not reach you, so I'll reach so.
But sir,
Islam make the
it
point,
is
man.
not only, it is not, and they come to the caller, just wait. It is not only the fact that I think say along the line they misuse the original purpose of these societies.
Right, well, we
Because
are saying the
instead
same
of
thing using
using it,
different words.
instead of using it for what it was originally intended, instead them bringing a lot of nefarious practices within the
Make
society,
them into
fearful
cults for make you get
practices, and make
recognition.
them an occultic practice instead of a cultural practice for education,
Now you
educating
get the point. Now
certain
you
group
get
of
the point.
people. Right?
Now you
So
get the
the
point.
moment where they don't covert and they don't capture the essence, the main essence, they don't covert them, they don't turn them into something else. So it no longer serves the purpose for which it was intended, but instead now it don't turn to a symbol of fearfulness, right? I make her go to the caller. Caller, waiting at your name and also you the call from, please. Hello, caller.
Hello, viewers. Sister Omar, the corner. They get me?
Yes, we they get you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
clearly.
Okay. I tell you not thank you because the topic on the handle so now a very sensitive topic, At least we better would they come talk about them, most of them topic they are, because before being have been taboo. But now we don't get the opportunity for talk about them. Now we talk about them. And they see when it comes in terms of Sierra Leone, we get three major religions. we get the ATR, we get the Christians weighing about 21%, and we get the Muslim weighing about 71%. And I ask you one question. Uda una sabi there in that country weighing at the ATR, that 11%, around that 11% will get in that country. You hardly see them. These are most of the imams and the pastors in that country. Now they make that around that 11% of ATR will get in that country. We're not the third major religion. You know, let me make sometimes when somebody can say religious leader, you want for acts. Because when I say religious leader, not necessarily be say you go be a pastor or you go be a imam. You know, and we get people in the way they disguise, they call themselves imams. But when you go and then apply, I think day before, I live in Kabbalah for a very long time. Where he talk about the Bambani, when they car around the 11 o'clock, I been 10. Pass through the enter and say, where you come out, if you see there, you fall in, you teach now, you must all they come out. Then the first we for go inside. With the left far, we read the sound, we enter, go inside. And I live now Kenema for a very long time, and I go secondary school. They again, when they say the time for the society, I them poro. Believe in me, we need to get mind for travel, go upline. And Matilda, one of the two way at the telly, this law, since we don't get opportunity, let's talk about them. Matilda, 70 to 80% of the people with Sidon said tigi for societies in that country are the Muslims. So yeah, this is not religion. I know say Salone is a very religious tolerance country, and I will not say the people where the listing will understand. See, this will need to talk about of religion, because when I tell him my name, he already know say me a Muslim. But 70 to 80% of the people who fashion down are the Muslims. If you go to them, so you go read and they say, you could imagine they get remix Arabic songs. They say Assalamu alaikum, bien poro society. They say Assalamu alaikum, then they dance devil. You know, we go for change, we go for no say, now this media talk all the time say, the world move, Sierra Leone for move along. But we just stay one side. We just all on O2 Sabi, we see the one place. You know, and Mr. Jamura pinch on something we I want to talk about. He talk about the small party then. Mr. Jamura, around we in Africa, we get examples, we know say, small party for Naka una one move una able move. Look the EFCC na South Africa. When they start Malema, it be just like Kambaremba. But in so stay on in cause they like today.
Yeah.
Now he one of the small party who able to shake the ANC if now so they call them. Then this third party where they make that party barely 5 months. Now the ANC they will form government, you know, bring them people and they don't show you say a third force, no matter how small it is, if you stay on your cause, it make difference. And then difference of one see the NGC and the C4CMEX. But when you get a politicians where they feel say their own ideology, they will stand on that, then feel say if then they're not gonna power, then go die. Because one thing about a political party, no me say we form and me for say you can for lead. Even the form and not the candidate, the one who they lead, they're not even form them. We politicians who they form small party for realize that. We got to move on. We got to move on. This discussion sometimes it don't boring. Because we talk about one thing 7-8 years, we still talk about the same thing. It's boring because sometimes as a listening program, I don't know what's in the talk. We got to move. The ideology in Israel, we got to change it, we got to move. And if you want to stand as a religious leader, stand as a religious leader. But if you want to stand as a secret society leader, you got to be a secret society leader. But you know, say you now religious leader, they disguise into societies, and you feel say people go understand what they do. We get forget people.
Yeah.
One let them come out. Sierra Leone a religious tolerance country. If you say in a ATR they support, nobody no go push in a corner. But for these guys, they ambok people, they bring disorder in that country very bad. Thank you very much. Sorry for all on the land for a very long time.
No,
No
that's okay. You
problem,
make
sir. No problem.
salient points them where I think say the points that we make are not new to us, but it can good way in not a common a we much, but in a common people that like una way they watch the show, way don't they part of the show, Sierra Leoneans like yourself. So it not go mean say somebody go can say, but left this Creole picky, wait is sabi, wait know, you know. I may not speak from experience, I may speak from observation, but when you speak from experience. And that's the difference. Because me speaking from observation, they might tend to ignore the credence given to what I am saying. But you speaking from experience, nobody no go ignore your experience, nobody no go challenge your experience because your experience is your experience. It is uniquely yours, it is authentically yours. So, Sajamboya, waiting at. I find
What
them
you
troubling.
see what the speaker just say? It just
Yes,
don't
sir.
verify what you start with. We
Yes,
get
sir.
a belief crisis in Sierra Leone. People want to be, but they don't know who they are. What in it cause that now? Ignorance. Going to school, going to university, the one thing.
Mm-hmm.
For make you
Yeah.
know what thing will make you comfortable in your environment and not do some of them funny things here. That completely different thing. We
Yeah.
do research to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody they assume. This is one of the biggest crises. The second thing
Mm-hmm.
will come out clearly from what in the scholars say. Now this hypocrisy thing what they talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. It's major. The hypocrisy
It's
major. It's
our
at an
biggest
all-time
crisis,
high.
Matilda.
You know,
Sierra Leone's
if you
biggest
in a
crisis
secret
is
society,
hypocrisy.
come out and say you belong to a secret society. But Friday, no wear
Yeah.
gown, go say Allahu Akbar. Sunday, no go say Hosanna, Hallelujah, praise the Lord. The two don't they don't belong
See,
together. They
when
are
the
not in the
speaker they
same
talk about
class.
three religion, I be one tell and say a fourth religion, they will na my own religion. You know to make a get that religion? Huh? Matilda, I don't make hypocrites to God. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to go to a church or a mosque to go and pray to God.
Mm-hmm.
In this small place where I sit down, are there moments where they commune with God? Your spirit is what communicates with God, not your body. Not left this show off practice what they call religion. The hypocrisy too much in Salone, and they kill the country. So
Mm-hmm.
intellectuals are hypocrites, religious leaders are hypocrites, lawyers look at them, they don't scatter out of hypocrisy. Because hypocrisy make them convert their association into a political movement. Intellectuals get to stand up. If they don't, it's going to get worse in Sierra Leone. It's going to get worse. I don't wish that, but at the same, you know who that would be, how would be, why would be. So we all go find a common ground. There is a common ground, but we are not finding it. Still, they do Kenem. They do an in the country, but now next then they do them. They don't do an something. Most of the societies they're not Sierra Leone, then get certain ceremonies where they know they do something. Next, they say, okay, Luna left this net for we until all man for sleep, una sleep with their we could they do to get for do. But if una see politics don't go inside and here, then they take them for bully other people them. Then people then sit down, then keep quiet. Now we they make her into segment issue, Christian issue, Muslim issue, not the approach to solving our problem. You cannot be doing the same thing and expecting different outcomes, says
Yeah.
Albert Einstein. And the method will cause the problem. We can't use it to solve the problem. You're not going to use impunity for solve impunity. You for know
No.
why this thing wrong, you use negotiation. You appeal to the other people. From day one, when I start this anti-FGM issue in Sierra Leone, the approach has been wrong.
Mm.
You cannot make it a legal issue. Make it a social issue. Go and appeal to the people. Give them reason to understand that, yes, it was right in those days, but today it's not right. Yoruba man them may they mark them face first them. Now they don't stop. How did they do it? They appeal to the people. It was a cultural practice. So I keep blaming the intellectuals, Matilda. My point. They are not doing justice to the country called Sierra Leone because we are not using this. We use hypocrisy and ego.
And
When you
now one
begin to
of the
say this and
question
then
that
stop.
I go get for us the panel of women them and see them all get organizations then a Salone, then don't walk deep inside Sierra Leone. I will there really need for us and say yes, legal issues, legal approach is good for certain things. But culture and social, sociological approach sometimes is the best approach. And I
Yes,
will need for
yes.
know from them how deep they don't use the tools within sociology for try for
How
tap
we
into
read
them
them
to
that
do
day.
like that. Because for me, I don't understand, and caller just hold on the line. I don't understand how you go justify a practice where somebody get for drunk, be drunk to stupor before he able to perform the ceremony. If you be careful, if you have to be drunk to stupor to do something, it means you are not psychologically okay. Because if you cannot be within your psychological framework to do something, then there is something wrong, obviously, with what you are doing. Make I go to the caller. Caller, waiting at your name and also you the call from. And, oh, we lost the
You don't
caller.
lost
So
the
caller
caller.
call. Yeah,
He will
please,
call
caller,
back.
call back. Yes, you go call back. So these are some of the questions me need for because for me to go write an exam, I have to be within my normal frame of mind. I have to study. I have to learn my materials, be familiar with my material, so I go able adequately tackle the questions then on my paper. A surgeon cannot go into the theater drunk. I no see am one day. I get family them when are surgeons them. I know one day suicide and lift alcohol before then they go na theater. Or Fambul the way they work in an emergency, or Fambul the when a doctor, when a dentist there. I know one day see them lift alcohol and say I'm going to go perform a surgery after. I have not seen it. So it is the same thing. You are hacking parts of a human body. So why is it that for you to be able to do that, you have to be in a state of, inebriation? How? You need for then a state of drunkenness. How? But anyway, make we move on from this topic because I would have asked you what's the solution, and maybe I should ask you what the solution as a man. I'm also going to wait to ask them what do they think the solution is when they are here.
I think we have discussed the solution before you asked it.
Not true. I know say you don't discuss the solution
Now
already,
the
but just say some
sociological approach.
approach. Exactly.
You know, just like when languages they grow and change over time, with cultures, with traditions, for able grow and change over time. And the way we
Yes.
go do them, now by a protracted way of convincing people. The person don't believe it. For can't change them overnight. You not agree. If you don't make a law, like law. Now only law when the people are ready for accept them. We have some of the best laws in Sierra Leone, but the people are not accepting them. You know why? You know why? The people have for be the example of ethical standards now, then they break them. So the man don't and they accept the law.
Not true,
Let
sir.
the caller.
Make I go to
Take
the
the
caller.
call.
Caller, waiting are your name and no sir you dey call from, please.
Yes.
Hello, caller.
Una good
Okay,
evening
thank
from his side. This na for the for the call from
How are
Blessing.
you?
Hey man, no, thank you. You know, I'm glad when I come, they can topic about culture because you see, we own the culture the world would hold on to like many other things. Now things that will not get no relevance anymore in this 21st century. You can look at the thing themselves within it. Me, I don't dey discuss this year, so like particularly for the business. Whose relevance will you get today? Yeah. Go. 1 minute. 1 minute.
If they
Sorry.
go far, we not hear you.
Uh-huh.
No. I'm beginning. I left the other device upstairs. If they remember the talk, you can't really disturb me. So you see, which man the cultural things the way they hold put to hand. Now things the way you get benefit for them in this century world. What would they today so? We dey see then they say na village you see then they do like then they rub clip and picking then mark then tie you go you go look at these things what is the relevance of this with man in culture like which like the tower within a Belgium the witch how they eradicate witchcraft then pull something way economically beneficial from there. The cutlass what them they use for cut people they hate them and they get that room they na the city of Ghent na Belgium. The anger they we see them convict you say you know which person where you they I don't know how they be they convict people and say now which people then they cow the neck then cut it throat. They left at today as museum on man they go watch. This is part of their culture. Then they get money. We culture na so lucky. You know, they see, look, we get what they call boot sales. These are cultural things. The things that all women that they use now, host them picking them all, which then they use, and then they don't use them, so we keep them in a store. After 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, una go na boot sales, na una put the same motoka, una go to donors around. So if you don't spend £5,000 for instance, if you get 500, 600 or 1,000, you can solve the problems them. But we everything when they talk about culture, but look at even the poorer business. Look at what they are doing. Whose significance will this thing get? If you then talk say na school, for instance, when they talk about you say na school, then you go say okay, no modernize them. How person they pass knowledge to begin them. You know, if you go inside that bush or they do those kind of things. Even borrow back, they say then they pass culture through this. Now we see how we modernize these things, we pass them through in a modern way, we will be beneficial to with the modern times. But we always would hold on to something we not get no significant. We the better we life them. I just want to talk small on which you want to talk about politicians them or third party them. Make it no waste of time. We will not get politicians as Salone. We get man with the dread inside political parties. Then they are waiting the president talk. Yeah. The president talks say he say the other side they not even for care. Who be the pass for care? Usabi what na so care.
So he pull in my company because they're not the drag now.
You see, then getting at the job now then they appoint. So the thing about look at what like person like Sylvia Bryden they do. You say you belong to a political party. But even when the political party which you belong to and they fight for power, you the other side for there who say no more. Okay, if I support this policy, they not take a look the out of governance. Yeah, na Europe, yeah, so political party get ideology. Una go get una difference with them. But the main aim of a political party now for hold power. When una hold power, everything is solved. But no, not to Salone. Salone, the people are all come. Look what they didn't do before the election. All they call it APABA. I don't know how they call it small political party. Then don't give them money. Then declare for the president before election. This is the purpose. When I seen that Latina last week when I played that in the, I don't know who that side and play. Where the man they talk say, oh, if we go now, who save let woman and talk to the woman and talk to who count food, no, you know, count one bag of rice. Now politician ain't talk so the head of the papa ain't talk. So you see, so I just want to follow that we not get politician in a salon. Not drag, please. Now thank you for the program.
Thank you very much. Like I say, this this make we not trample on other people their religious rights, their religious freedom, all in the name of because we in a power, we have the connections, we can do what we feel, but yet when Friday come, you go to pray. When Sunday come, you dress like Fiari go to church. Like I say, God cannot be mocked. God cannot be mocked. He is not speaking, he is silent, but he cannot be mocked. Una careful.
God is the most potent force in existence.
Yes.
If you mock him, they come back at you.
They come back at you. And when he come back at you, you have no one to blame but yourself. Me and left and so.
I make them talk about the natural law of correspondence. For every action, there is going to be a reaction.
Yes.
This is how the scientists then describe them. The Asiatic people and then call them karma. That responsibility where God give we is that it make we for can use in power in this world. Let we do good things. If we use them for do evil things, I swear to God, they get the pay. The Bible where you read it, they say the sins of the father shall visit 4 generations. Times I sit down and convince myself that Sierra Leone is paying the sins of 4 generations. Honestly. When I confuse people, we have to begin to understand that. We confuse people. We want to do good, but we do it wrongly. And what you do? Because everybody want for use impunity on the other one. This notion of impunity, Matilda, I think beyond that. Only Salone and the practice then society, yeah. You get them na Cote d'Ivoire, you get them na Guinea, you get them na Liberia. You don't ever hear me say in Liberia and Guinea society they stop other people and for do them business.
No.
You think it's only Sierra Leone you have power and Bondo? Power de Liberia, they Guinea, they Cote d'Ivoire.
Exactly. You know the funny thing about those old things is that me when sit down I ask so I don't go Guinea, I don't ever go Liberia. I don't know what Liberia looks like. I don't go Guinea. As Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, Asabi and well one. You know, I went to school in Abidjan, I studied in Abidjan. As a matter of fact, my first degree in Abidjan I get them from. So I know ever. And when I say I know Abidjan, not that I only know Abidjan, I knew the political class of Abidjan. I mingled with them. When they say rub skin, I rub skin with them. The political class of Abidjan. Like when they say the who is who, I knew them. They were all around my neighborhood. If they're not there, I'd be my neighborhood. I was fortunate enough to know people who knew them, and because of my charisma and that little girl that I was, people loved me, and then they carry me, then they take me go outside. I knew these people, but one day, One day. One day. It is sad. It
And
is
I'm
very
sure you
sad.
were there. I am sure you were in Ivory Coast when they were a one-party state. Yes, under the time of Ofebuane. Ivory Coast became one party in 1960 and it stopped for being one party in 1993. We are no longer there. Time we did it, you they see things they run smoothly, not so. So you just don't
Think,
verify,
sir,
say,
make I tell you something. I was in Abidjan just as Boigny was leaving power. Bédier was taking over. I was there under General Guy's rulership. I was there under the Soro Gide and all these people. When I say I know the political class of Abidjan, I know the political class of Abidjan. But one day,
you just don't justify what in I
mm,
say that the biggest problem na Salone our belief systems. When we belief system, it don't become politicized because people that don't take certain beliefs and make them into a cult. That's, you know that and me, I better pass you mentality. That's our biggest challenge. And until we investigate these things, we try for begin change them. Nothing is going to change, it's going to get worse. I want to believe what I tell you, Matilda. Hello, man, to Trangaye, soon I know the yeri. You don't tell some of who they talk. But because they know a PhD na boy jalo in back, they say, well, left that man na boku talk. I don't need a PhD. I have all the education I need for my life.
It really funny because Salone we not even get secret society when on they talk about secret society. When we talk about country like Benin, talk about country like Togo, a country that I know very, very, very well. And again, I can tell you about the political class of that country there because I know them. I can tell you about the G-Chris Olympio very well. I can tell you about the Kofi Blas and the Nyasingbe Yademas very, very well. But one day, they know they mix them politics with their society
It's the
business.
tradition. I not
Never.
interfere.
They never. But Salone all thing we don't mix up, box up, we don't this, we don't that,
Yeah,
we don't,
because we don't turn politics into club business, Matilda. A club and
honestly,
cult business. And just
honestly,
like we, for the Musa say, we not get politicians, now hustlers they will get. Now hustlers they
it
join
is true.
cults.
It is true. As a little girl growing up in Togo, my house was next door to the highest ranking of the Vodou, the highest ranking of the Vodou initiation. I know one day, Pajambori had to tell you, I know one day no for say that host day. The person where they give me it as a pikin, and they go and eat a play. One day, the day where I know who that woman they be, na the day where he die. Because of the activities that were going on around me. And I had to ask questions. Why all of this drumming? Why are people wearing white up and down? What is going on? And they had to explain it to me as a child. One day.
It's like it's born last. Togolese and the rest and the border.
Yeah. One day. So
How they
just
eat
to say that,
crowd then they born
I
them.
have traveled. I don't see a lot. I don't experience a lot. But I don't ever be people, they don't ever spit on other people, their own business and their own thing.
Oh,
People mind their
so
business
that is
and they
fine.
respect others. They respect
Yes.
others.
Yes.
Make I take the caller,
Yes.
sir. Caller, waiting are your name and who say you the call from?
Hello, Matilda. This is now Umaro the call.
Yes, Umar, go ahead.
You talk something, Matilda. We get secret society. The voodoo way they talk about. Sierra Leone in West Africa, we are number one when you in terms of voodoo. We even more than the Benin way they call so. Sierra Leone way they see. But the problem, we get so much excited after the war. You know, one of the things where it make we go into war, now because of people being deprived, people not be able to get that chance for talk about their rights, for stand. And after the war, we see, you know, this democracy then just can't knock on our face. So we just get excited. Everybody turn politician. Martin Sierra Leone, do a research. Sierra Leone, where a kind of voodoo, we are number one in West Africa. Martin, that during the war, a witness are not to foresee a secret. When they say phase one, when the Kamabro and they left for go fight na kono, na Yogomaya didn't tell that na Yogomaya before them pass Matilda. Matilda waiting also, people they turn to Oni, people they turn, if they see the Oni the round panel, it turn down, it end up for turn to Oni before we. And we get villages there that way, Kabbalah, we get villages there that way, then they tell you, say, you know, they enter there with shoes. Ask, maybe sometimes listen and they listen. You know, they enter there with shoes. And if they tell you, say, eat, you know, fly, you eat. You they go. And if we get medicine people under, when you go, they tell you, say, wait for me, they sit down. Now, Rose, it turn to board. It turn to board, it go, it fly, it go. It turn to board, it can we get them. You know, those are the ATRs. They get the religion, but after the war, politics don't care. Everybody don't change. Most of them dissolve into the imam, into this religious organization. So we get in that country, the Muslim and the Christians. Now, one of the problem I know we get, we not get nobody get with the talk through to power. You know. So I feel say for come as Sierra Leoneans, no we can again at the drawing board. You know, Sierra Leone before not for sinner now, and also una get sense, una elders, una know what they talk. We now Sierra Leone day before the war, and we now Sierra Leone day now. Everybody just excited about politics. Imam no they do work, nobody they do work. Imam. Now then they lead the religious leaders and then society and then communities there. Now then they lead the secret society those who they talk about. You know, because when you talk, we just job of fear about this FGM where they talk. Everybody knows say, for instance, I know they collect for mention language, but everybody knows say the Creoles FGM business not to the teen. Everybody know that, and they make 2%. Out of this 21%, then if you don't take 2%, we get 19%. Every 6 of every 10, every family house, every 6 of every 10 family house in that country of the Christians, every 6 don't almost stop putting and call this FGM. But we just grip on this FGM, we need to move. We just so excited. People know they will not get people they talk through to power. We get people in a way they make we see SPP kind of power, then gather themselves, they say we are interreligious council, then go represent SPP. Not a religion they represent to now the political party in power. We APC kind of power again, then gather themselves together and say we are interreligious council, then go represent APC. We need to forget people where they talk through to power. And if we not get them people in that country, believe me, they talk, no matter what we talk, at the same position of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Umar is very correct. And you waiting at the political party where you talk through, then say you oppose them. You become the enemy. Matilda,
Exactly.
na hypocrisy. Whether we turn and so, na hypocrisy. The next big problem na ignorance. Matilda, I said this before. For 70 to 75% of Sierra Leoneans. That place what they call Sierra Leone, na mapi dey. If you born a Levuma, you grow Levuma, sometimes the highway sabi na the district headquarter town. If you fortunate for go university, he come from a college or he go Jala, he don't move out of Sierra Leone, na other place he dey. So what thing dey happen? When I go meet other institutions, then they begin project the polarization. Then get Rio Descendants Union, Afrobe College, Mende Descendants Union, Tonkolili Descendants Union, Kenema Students Association. You know, they tell we say we not really know who they do now. It's small country like that. Abidjan population now almost, remember?
They
Abidjan
are in
is
the
in about
millions,
five to
millions.
Abidjan big pass Sierra Leone. Abidjan, a big pass Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone's population is less than half Lagos City. We're not able to manage ourselves. Why? Because we don't use this. And as I say, the tertiary institutions, we get for review them. Now the cultism and all that here they start. With tertiary institutions. Now a great place of division for we country. And until we get a government where they get the tenacity for say, let us come sit down and look at these issues. When we continue or discontinue them, you get a reason say, in as much as you get right for belong to Kono Association, Pujero Association, but at the same time, you get for recognize say you are a Sierra Leonean. In
First and
Canada,
foremost.
do you have a Sierra Leone Association?
We do have a Sierra Leone association to help. That's community business, but I'm a Canadian first. Period.
Why you don't know why I'm asking. In most parts where you find Sierra Leoneans on earth, they would have clubs and unions that point to either a political party or their area of origin. The National Association, where they go say this Sierra Leone Association is defunct because we recognize Sierra Leone. It's a sociological crisis. I've been saying this over the last 7 years, but people don't tend to listen because everybody feels say, who done a boy, you not get PhD. All right, una sit down there with PhD. Knack 8G get for Kanjis no. Na near the una this una salon. Una begin knack una sefianda. From 1991
So
to
I just want to
2001, I've been playing. It's very sad. It's a very sad situation.
I just want to answer to somebody na Facebook. Na Facebook here, Bamaro Okasise. Let me tell you clearly that the Ivorians did not kill themselves. If anybody tell you that, they may tell you that's in a lie. Go back and read the history. Go back and read what happened. What actually happened was that there is a man who is currently the president of Ivory Coast, Alassane Ouattara, who hails from the north, but who is partly also from Burkina Faso, because at one point, Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso used to be one country before they were divided into two separate countries, okay? Now,
Exactly.
because Alassane Ouattara was the prime minister during Felix Houphouët-Boigny's time, he was the prime minister. And by nature of succession, normally he should have succeeded, Houphouët-Boigny. However, you had someone by the name of Bédier, Erikona Bédier, who actually happens to be a Baoulé. And because of the nature of the fact that the Northerners, they are many, but they are not as educated. But the difference is that most of them that are educated are part of the army. They form part of the army class, right? Very high-ranking army generals. and well trained because they are fighters by nature. So in order to to dissuade Ivorians from participating and from including Alassane Ouattara into the political class, hereby having the legitimacy to run and contest for the presidency of Ivory Coast, Bédier then developed this nationalistic thing called Ivoirianité. Ivoirianité, which means Ivorianity, right? So bringing segregation between the upper northern people who are the Awusas, the Madingas, the Malenques, and all those people, and the rest of the country, which were the especially the Anis, the Baoulés, and the Dangasons. Okay, this is a thing that I understand very, very well, and nobody can fool me about it, because these people whose name I'm talking about, I have actually sat with them. I know them. Okay, so this created a commotion. Now and then people started questioning the North, and the army general started questioning, well, if he wasn't an Ivorian, how come he was allowed to be the prime minister of the country for this long? And so the issue of the birth certificates came into question. And then you had a young person who was actually being fueled by, Bédier, by the name of Blegude, Soro Blegude. He was a University Union student, president, who then rallied the university, the university mass, and they started performing all sorts of nonsense. And it was at that critical moment that General Gay took over. We know they also for talk about the history of Abidjan, but I just want to give you a snippet of how that happened and what actually brought it out. That is why the dangers of saying SLPP, Mende, Limba, that rhetorically then caused the slaughter will happen now Abidjan. Guess you, the first time it happened, I was a university student. I was in Abidjan. I witnessed it all. Okay? Now that make we the one una say, una left this tribalistic rhetoric in knocking born good picking.
And I get for born good picking.
I don't see him. I don't see him at Togo. I don't witness him. Okay? I don't witness him. Na Togo. Okay? And that was the guys from the north, from the Nyasingbe Yadema side, opposing the guys from the east, okay, from the Mina side. I don't see a lot. So you people stop this nonsense in not the born good picking any side. Don't allow it to fester. Don't allow it to breathe. Because when it germinates, not a good seed they bring come. That's all I have to say to you all.
If you see it don't reach inside bar association, the seed don't begin germinate. The seed don't begin germinate. But people don't listen, because another problem with the Sierra Leonean, everybody knows. Nobody finds out.
Exactly.
Nobody know they find out. How about it, a man sabi, will not sabi? When you begin talk to the Sierra Leonean, the first thing they tell you, nobody not get voting over knowledge. Yes, nobody not get them, but if you don't go and find out, you don't have it. You know, if they don't sleep, you dream knowledge. You know, they come to you.
Yeah.
You have to go and find out. Now I make the religious books and say, go ye in search of knowledge. It then the Bible, it then the Quran. They read their books and every day. Your son, you see?
Exactly.
You see up here now me Quran you see. You see now, my Bible you see. I read them all the time. But I'm not a hypocrite for go begin lie.
Exactly.
I know how I worship God.
The same thing happened in Togo between the questioning of Chris Olympio's nationality and legitimacy to the presidency and that of Gnassingbé Eyadema. Same thing.
And
I was a
Olympia and
child.
Papa them, they don't kill them first trade. That grudge they lay down.
And exactly. Because Chris Olympio is from the Ewe tribe. But his
Yeah.
Ewe tribe is not from Ghana. Even though Ghana and Togo used to be one country at a particular time. But the side in the
Under the tell
Volta
the
in which
Germans
he
me they
comes
control
from,
the
exactly, the side in the Volta where he come from happened for before the Togolese side. But because of power, they want refuse them in nationality. Make we left them kind of rhetorics here. You know, born good picking any sign of history when we don't read, or any sign when we don't
Matilda and
witness.
here did them this to Salone.
Make her take the call. Call her waiting at your name and also you the call
Take the
from,
call.
please.
Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead, please.
Hello?
Your name and also you the call.
Yeah, and I'm in James. I call from Virginia. Yeah.
Hello, Jay. Yeah.
No.
Please lower your set. You're like
I don't
noisy
really
areas.
want really participate on the discussion today. But when I hit on something very important, which is about this tribal issue that happened in our country. I hope we all in our country, we will see reason why the God Almighty decided for put you together. Because there's no way the East, the South, the West, nobody knows for them in company in that country. So we just therefore accept each other and live together. America here, there's diversity, but they use her as a strength. But in Sierra Leone, that's what they do. I hope we all will preach wholeheartedly with all we have and believe in it, not only by saying it, but for us. Because if you just sit on somebody they use, not because he comes out southeast, somebody they use some words and it costs. Northerners, Igladi, or Northerners they use some words for cause the Easterner, Igladi. I hope we all genuinely, whatever we criticize, we condemn them from the bottom of our hearts, and we make sure we walk through the walks, not only the talk, because it's a very dangerous thing we play with. Very, very dangerous. Before we marry that country, because I don't care if any fight occur. I don't care which party come on. You come on Freetown, you come on Kailan, you come on Kenima, you come on McKinney, you come on Port Loco. You will be affected in one way or the other. Definitely you will be affected. And again, the people there who should pull past church arata. Notice what our country will bring tribal war in our country. Disaster they call in our country. Disaster. As you say, the rebel war who fought for 11 years, the senseless rebel war who fought for 11 years. If tribal war comes, it will be more nasty than this one. So I feel say we will get opportunity for talk to sisters, with brothers, with friends that will include in that country. We need for really talk to them. So we reduce whatever tribal connotation with the go in the country, so that we focus on Sierra Leone. And I like Mr. Jallo, what did they talk? We are all victims of one thing or the other. I know if you say inside America, yeah, we'll get a group where they call I don't know whatever Sayo Union. How would you talk to Groma? They talk about what Mbama getting you, Krioma getting you. And the more the seats are giving, launching, people that they devote more their attention to that more than Mama Salone. More than Mama Salone. So I hope Mr. Jallo will really bring that idea for say will really start for Lex Salone more than our tribes, more than our regional Komo, more than our family. God bless you now all. And God bless Salone.
Thank you very much, Kola. Thank you very much, Kola. So, una know for say as with the transition, I mean this talk not go done because I tell una say get ready on the 15th. We get for like Mr. Kagbo can say with the Kanyakaram. We get for Nyakanyakaram. Me don't tell una for say on the 15th there will be Nambara Soto or Soto Nambara. Me na me on dande. Eh? Eh. On the 15th, Saturday the 15th, we get for can talk FGM, we get for can talk Bondo Society, we get for can talk about the practice, we get for can talk about waiting Salone don't do, waiting the practitioners they don't do, waiting the advocates they don't do, with the can yakanyaka all thing, with the can Nambara Soto Nambara na yaso na bumbu so get for happy na yaso because these people when they talk, they don't know how to be technically polite. They go hard, and you have to accept them for who they are because they are talking their lived experiences and what they have been through and what they have observed, even in adulthood, as married women, as parents, and everything. So they do not have any patience to mask words and mask issues. They will speak it, they will say it the way they see it, and you have to be welcoming and accept that period. So I hope so now they look forward to that. One of the next thing we want
I
to talk
go
about.
add there.
Yes,
What
sir.
I go add there. Even with the
Yes,
man
sir.
that they affect we, the trauma of we were for them. It affect we.
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
If you not
Yes.
man way, you they pay attention to your
Mm-hmm.
feelings, emotions.
Yes.
You will
Mm-hmm.
find out that some of these women, some of the things they do wrong at the home, now because of their
Mm-hmm.
trauma. And when you
Yes.
understand that, you they make peace with the whole situation. Because
Exactly.
at times they would find it difficult to communicate to you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to figure it out yourself.
Mm-hmm.
This is something I
Yes.
discovered myself.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you out of experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you very
I'm not
much
going to
for
tell you
saying
the
that.
depth of
Because
them. But
yes,
there are times
it
when
takes
human
courage.
when they together, there are
Mm-hmm.
limitations because of certain bad past experience.
Yes. 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 It takes
It
courage
affects
to
una
say that.
psychology.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Mm-hmm.
una think say na woman no more they affect we all, yeah?
Exactly. Well, I mean, I know say you go to watch the show on the 15th, and I know say you go
You
call
go dey
him,
watch.
and
If
you know
I able, I go call. I put me 1 cent.
exactly call
Well,
and
now
put you
no
one
cost
cent.
me. They do big.
You know, call and put you 1 cent. One of the topic that we'll touch on today, and we'll go touch on them on the last few minutes. And the reason why some people go say, but Matilda, you been promised say they can't go. The reason why I'm not going in depth in this is because the show has just started. As a matter of fact, the first music of the DJ has not finished yet. And that is the Bar Association. The show has just begun. The first music of the DJ has not finished yet. So for me, if I can
Aye.
spend an enormous amount of time on them, it is a waste of my time, right? Not an efficient use of my time. And me, I can like for use my time efficiently. Right now, what do we know? We know that the culprit has said that make we put in Twitter because this is something we can deliberate in the last 20 minutes as we wait for the first music of the DJ for dawn so that it can begin playing second music. Let us yes. So basically, in the wake of the disgraceful performance of the Bar Association, led by no other person but una so-called anti-corruption commissioner by the name of Francis Ben Kelfala. This is what he had to say. He said there is always that side of the story that is undoubtedly ignored at the start. In this case, it is my side. It will be told at the right time. Let's innate the bar. I think he meant to say unite, but it's okay. The bar and move on stronger. You see, certain day when I can say for go past mark school, it's not good. Because the use of big grammar not only they solve problem. The thing about this thing is that there is no side to your story because we all saw the side of your story unfold in front of our eyes.
By his ethical position, he has no story to tell.
No story to tell. There is no side to your story. And for me, the first place is that if this man had any wits about him, Lawyer Guevara was in that hall. Lawyer Guevara was called upon. Lawyer Guevara, knowing ethical performance and standard, he turned it down and said, no, me na come, I can for can observe the age. I dey for can participate in the AGM. I know they for can take part. I know me position inside government. He knew himself and he withdrew. Minus the fact that Lawyer Guevara will be not get his own taste of, how Sierra Leoneans cannot forgive stupidity. He did not try Sierra Leoneans then before, and he knew what he got. So he wasn't about to be foolish the second time. Lawyer Banja Tijansi, when a senior lawyer to you in decades, not a decade or in decades, in practicing in whatever, was there. He was part of the agenda. He had a role to play. You, because you feel to say, now you na the be it and end all of everything. You jog Mike now, you senior lawyer here. Una also not to even colleague. You go jog Mike now in hand. We all saw it. The videos are there, the evidence are there. The part they try for put things in order, calm the junior one them, bring them to order so that peace can reign. But you and you Gbagbati, you go jog Mike. If you had any wits about you, when they call you, say, can be the whatever returning officer, you go say, by virtue of my position, by virtue of my position, not only
I
as a
cannot.
lawyer,
I will
but
recuse
as
myself of
by
this task.
virtue of the position that I currently hold, I would have to recuse myself from performing this function. Remember, me I
Exactly.
no go law school. Oh, I can always tell you, I say me I no go law school, but I study waiting and call communication law. I study the law of communication ethics. I study that day, and then they nobody they tell me zip and so by virtue of that one day when me study, right? Ethics in communication law, by virtue of your position, what you mean no say you for don't do, you for don't say their colleagues. Thank you very much for having such confidence in me. However, by virtue of the position I currently hold and the office for which I currently hold and runs, I peacefully and with all politeness and gratitude and humiliation recuse myself from this function. Any lawyer inside that room there go understand why you recuse yourself from
Yeah,
that
yeah,
position there.
yeah.
Now here I don't talk say, I don't go na interview panel. Where when I see the candidates to be interviewed, immediately, if me na the head of that committee there, I dey tell the other members of the committee, I step down, I cannot be part of this interview. If me na a member, just a member of the panel, immediately I dey tell them, say, I am sorry, I cannot be part of this interview for this reason or this reason. You need for no say not to all side you for exact power. Not to all side where they call
Matilda,
you, the answer yes.
Matilda, just one
Yes, sir.
point. A logical connection. You
Yeah.
An intellectual, you go to a public place, they go dance with somebody, then snap
Yes,
you.
sir.
You were aware that you were being
Yes, sir.
photographed or videoed.
Videoed.
Now
Yes,
you're
sir.
coming to tell us your side of the story.
Yes, sir. That alone don't
You know,
jeopardize you.
this about if
That
I've been go
alone
teaching
don't
a
put
grammar
you, don't
school,
compromise you.
Matilda, if I've been go
Yes, sir.
teaching a grammar school, this fellow not be for the behave so. Now because Mr. Lassiter na be me teacher, no allow go meet up, me na radical. Now I make her refuse for go teach grammar school. I be for teacher.
You know,
I be for teacher na grammar
the
school. You know be for the behave so.
last shit women know of, he go shake him head if you know say na so one in waiting and call the
And
behave. He go
students
shake him
then they
head.
go and do rubbish. Yeah.
He go shake him head.
Me when I
He go
be
shake him head. He go say,
in
no, this
pupil,
is not a
when I
product of me.
graduated, me when I be in pupil, when I graduated, knowing in standards, I refused to go and teach in the grammar school. I refused. I would have gone there to teach, but I refused.
Yes.
I said, I don't want
Yes.
let me and my teacher go make blabber.
Blabber, yes. No, the thing
You
is that
understand?
the thing is so stark. The eve before, so even going to the McKinney, make I give now some quick rundown. Going to the McKinney, all of the hotels were booking McKinney. So the other two candidates, them when they called for make their own reservation, no hotel in McKinney was available. And at one point, then concerns them that the way they raised to the court, where the court no ever address. Now, also a concern that the way they raised to the outgoing executive, where the outgoing executive not ever give an audience for address. Now, they decide for go Bo. When they reach Nabo, Kenema, yes, Kenema. When they reach Nabo, right? When they reach Nabo, then take the hotels, then they lodge. All the different candidates then, they all make party. You know, they are lawyers. They were all in the same place. You know, they all rub body small. The Tuma Jabi, gentle Tuma Jabi, she made her party. People were there. They danced, they married, they had fun. And you saw the video of Ben Kelfala, who, at that particular point, he as a lawyer for no say don't compromise himself. They dance with a candidate. They dance with a candidate. Right? If I hurt you, right? I don't know why make them like that sing the darling, don't you worry, cause I really, really love you, baby.
I
Then two left
gently
foot
be
them.
the pulling spa.
Yes. Then two left foot them. And see
That's
them
set
two left
fire
foot
now.
them. They dance
Matilda,
that
they
next
set
day.
fire. Now gentle they be the
You,
pulling.
I don't know why make them like that sing it like it's a flagship song for them. If I hurt you, I'm sorry. Darling, don't you worry, cause I really, really love you, baby. Then make that sing it. You don't dance with one candidate. Now look at the funny thing. The next way, Mara and Warise then decide for make their own party, their own waiting and call now the hotel, private citizens. So, and these people
Go
are
then
learned
go
lawyers.
stop
So,
them party.
if they are being nuisance, they would know. If they have contravened the law, they would know. One thing led to another. The LUC of Bo go for stop them party. Send policemen there, make them go stop them party. Say they are being yeah. Say that they cause nuisance. Could you imagine? These are learned lawyers, senior amongst them. Now, that very next day, then call the LUC, which kind waiting and call? Then they make noise, this, that, the convention, not to boy day, na Kenema day, so na Kenema then for go get party. They say, but place not then na Kenema. Now that's make we day an hour away from Kenema. Then the offense number 2. It took the intervention of the chief, waiting and call herself, chief minister, David Senger's intervention, calling the LUC for say, for what reason did you send your policemen there to stop their party? These people are having their convention. The host place is not enough for them. What crime have they committed for you for stop them party? Now that same day, the LUC withdrew enforces them. Make you know for saying as something we plan. because they were not committing any whatever. Fourth thing, by 5 o'clock morning, they don't block the road, pandem. One lorry, know when lorry they drive. Now one road not also because the road not two, it's both ways, one way.
Now
But
one
this
lane is for the, but he
lorry,
crossed the 2 lane.
this particular lorry, broke down na your lane. No. He go and block the entire road for the two places them for the going car. Who side the motor car then they go? Who side the one? Now he block. Then we don't block and done. The driver lost. Salone a joke, man.
No, no loss. He been there nearby until he wait for further instruction.
Since 5 o'clock morning. And you know why make I know say na 5 o'clock morning that thing they happen? Melkosh Mission Sierra Leone. I know for say are they part of Melkosh Mission Sierra Leone. Melkosh Mission Sierra Leone they were in Bo, they slept in Bo, they woke up early in the morning to go do a mission in Kenema. When they reached na the road, 5 o'clock morning, broke down, lorry broke down. They had to use Bush Road for go do the mission where them in they do. But these people cannot do that. So that 11 o'clock when I see that lorry broke down, not that ended that lorry broke down, but that lorry them in no position them since 5 o'clock morning. Now they no position that lorry there. Una block the road then because una know for say all of una other oppositions then they on the other side an hour away. Now, listen to the funny thing. How can you call? First of all, not to you responsibility for call the meeting to order. Now the responsibility of the current president, right? When a Michael swallow. Now in responsibility for call the waiting and call to order. Now, by you Bagbati, you not only call the meeting to order, you also change the how they call them, the agenda.
Agenda.
Item way for the number 8, you bring up number 2. There is a reason that item they number 8. Because the outgoing executive need for go through certain things, them give financial record, give the outgoing speech, give an account of waiting they don't do throughout the tenure. Before now you go into voting, there is a reason why it is there. Yeah. Why it is there. So the one that will write the agenda, they don't know what in them in they do. But you Ben Kelfala, now you go Harvard, now you know what they do, right? So you not only like then there are 3 things first where you don't how they call them, where you don't abridge, right? Then they not enough for you. When the place went haywire, you take mic now, you senior in hand. What you not supposed to do. So, and then I think for me, the one way even worse is that you call the meeting to an order without the current serving president being present, without the candidates, both from every side. Because while he say and clearly, he say me and Tuma, we all na bo we sleep. Now we all left the same time for Camp Kenema together. So which means these people, they were all on their way because the roll call, the registration was supposed to be between 12 and 1. And then after registration, they call the meeting to order. The president will be call the meeting to order and then they start going through the items. But you, 11 o'clock, you call the meeting to order, if not to which now waiting. And you did it so badly that even the one where you say you they support, the one where you say you they bamba, not been there at the place. Neither the outgoing president, nor the candidate that you say is running under your SLPP banner or so-called was present at the location. So how do you call voting to order without the candidates themselves being present? How do you do that? And you say you're a learned man. You say you understand the law. You say you understand rules and regulations. You understand the Companies Act. The Companies Act when on a law, how they call them, law or bar association and bylaws. You say you understand them. You don't go to several AGMs before. This thing is not novice to it. You are not novice to it. If not to which, why make you do that? Why make you do that if not to which? And then you can't talk about there is a side that is. There is no side to your story, bruh. There is no
What
side to
aside?
your story. And then you company lawyer them. The cruelty. You call policeman pan them and then you tear gas them. If somebody didn't get a heart condition, that person for them, he died at that place. You think your power would have helped you escape that one? You think your connection would have helped you escape that one? You summon police and then request, order them for tear gas you comping lawyers them, including senior members, people that were senior payuna the far away. You fixie them and kai way then they you humiliate them all because of small power. And you are so young, you haven't even started life yet. You have not even started life yet. And you are so pompous and so this and so that and so proud, so arrogant. Who say this arrogant and this proud and this, attitude of this not even lackadaisical attitude. This is attitude of, it is
Impunity. It's
almost like you resent
impunity.
yourself. Because if you know, no, not
Yes.
so even the attitude of impunity, it is an attitude of self-resentment. That's how I call
And
it. Because if you do
self-sabotage.
not have, yes, if you do not have self-resentment towards yourself, why would you put yourself in situations like this when you clearly know in your upstairs that what you did was wrong? From every facet. And then now the legal, I don't know if now the legal council or the legal body or the governing body of the bar association, then they write like for say, they don't one day enter courtroom and defend case before. This is how the kuku jumuku begins. This is
Politics
how the
in
kuku
everything
jumuku
has
begins.
destroyed Sierra Leone, Matilda. Politics in
You
everything.
people were there. You were
And not only
witnesses
the
to
politics
everything.
of parties, the politics of tribes, the politics of opinions, everything now has been made into politics.
If we can't
Sierra
trust
Leone
you to
has
do
to
the
be
right
careful. Sierra
things,
Leone has to be careful. Sierra Leone
exactly.
has to be
If we can't
careful.
trust you now, if we can't trust you now for do the right things from within, how we go trust you now with we own cases then, with the advantages then where some people and they seize for we? How we go trust you now with that one day? Whereby within on ourselves to on ourselves, because of politics, because of clanship, una can't, you now take an oath to defend, una can't even defend the simple oath una take, una can't even abide by them. What a shame. What a catastrophe.
Sierra Leone has to be
What a
careful.
shame. What a
Sierra Leone has to be
catastrophe.
careful.
And then some man, they go to the extent, they go say, some people hire mercenaries for them. Are you kidding me? Those are grave accusations.
Why should somebody be thinking of fighting? Why should there always be the thought of war? You want me to answer that, Matilda? Hmm?
Go ahead, sir, because this not done it, so we there for.
The biggest problem Sierra Leone has today is they get a class of people in the upper hierarchy of society who grow up as deprived children. Anybody who grew up deprived always they think of war. Life is a war for him. He dey make accusations and insinuations. The one can kill me, oh. The one do me this, oh. He dey imagine because he suffer a trauma at some point in time. Sierra Leoneans have to learn from this. From now on, where would they elect leaders? Let's check them background.
My goodness.
Let's check them background. Trauma in with society. plus the intellectual class not being functional. Now, I don't lead Salone to Saudi so. And Sierra Leone has to be careful because we started the month of June. All man they all about tripartite this month. May God save Sierra Leone.
Indeed, may God save Sierra
I will
Leone.
not go
Because I
beyond
don't
that.
understand how people go into an election. We don't see the signature of Warise, the people for Warise and the people for what you might call it, Mara. 600 lawyers plus sign. You they tell me say somebody win by 500 and something votes. There were 1,200 of them. Sir, no, I want to do the math. There were 1,200 of them at that AGM. Okay?
And the
1,200
person
of them
win
at
by
that
500.
AGM.
What did the other hand then do?
The person,
They abstain?
the person win. My goodness, man. Like, I mean, if you people cannot be honest within yourself, who say honesty again go come out? So that 600 strong lawyer will sign that petition there. They been there, oh, so they what did they become like flies all of a sudden?
They
Who say you don't
abstain.
see a vote? Who say you don't see a vote they cast? Who say you don't see proper elections they take place? Where people them, where you know they verify? Because for me, from what I know from the AGM, you don't pay your dues, then they verify, say you don't pay your dues, then get a whatever, a log with, then they call your name. They announce your name. For example, if me na a lawyer, they me na a subscribe member. Matilda J. Cole at the team up. I go take me ballot. I vote. But then you have this so-called, I'm sorry to say, but this was a gangster standing up and trading ballots, you know, distributing stashes. It just sound like no more, you go to the Bronx, New York, now one corner. It be just team up no more. Like no more, they can. That was what was
You know,
going on.
Matilda,
This
did you
man
see
team
the
up
film
bold
Cutting?
face, and then they go, President, yeah, President, yeah. Like my good, even King Jimmy self, they know they do on that way.
Did you see the film Cutting Comes to Harlem? Now he then go act so na Keneman.
Even King Jimmy self, they know they do on that way. They. I mean, that was utter disgrace. One old anti-corruption person, now you don't so they behave like for say, it been then at the barter trading system. Like no more where they are a man and go, you know, that's what he was doing.
The worst thing that he has
And
done, he
then
has destroyed the institution called
you the so-called
anti-corruption.
executive, you the so-called executive haven't witnessed, because some of you are not even witness waiting happen. Because some of you were also caught by the roadblock. Some of you were also caught by the road where it was only after like close to waiting and call after close to 12 o'clock. Now in that road they open, where they go find the driver, where they can push the motor car when people then begin pass, then they make them into a Kenema. So you people did not even witness on. And then una go sit down there and talk say you people were voted in as a group. Now who stem as a matter of fact, different groups they don't run, but the people that will run under the one ticket now they win all the position. Who stay don't happen at the bar association? Una tell me ba. Excuse me. Una don't make this thing so that it don't smell. It don't smell. It don't smell. It don't smell. It don't smell
Let
like
God
the
help
stench
Salone,
is so much.
Matilda. Let
The
God help
stench is
Salone.
unbearable. The stench is unbearable.
The,
The
the
stench
last
is unbearable.
institution we for able maintain that ethical balance and presence. Now they don't destroy so. The Bar Association is the last institution in any country where they say no. This is not right for our country. Senegal, we don't see what happen there.
Now,
When the political
me no
turmoil
know how
begin,
true this
now
is,
the
sir.
Bar Association pressure the Supreme Court.
I don't know how true this is, but some people them allegedly, and I know for say Salone, where there is smoke, there is fire. There is a rumor going around that that tipper that blocked the road belongs to Gento and Company. That's
I
the
will not
rumor going
deny
around.
that. I will not deny that, Matilda. I will not deny it. We didn't see the markings on the tipper, but I will not deny that. When you have people of low ethical standards, you get people of traumatic background, they lead a society, anything can happen there. And that's the time the intellectuals should stand tall. I make they blame them. 5, 10, 15, 50 people who now all sit down, then they manipulate the country, they take them into another war. All man keep quiet. But we pray God let trouble be in that country now come between the diaspora. Now bigger man work una go can do now, una wait. We go make sure say una no get jobs then now. Or labor work.
It's sad.
It's
It's
too
sad.
sad for a country
People
like we
that we should
country
look up to.
with so much potentials. It's too
People
sad.
they always say that are the erudites, the learned ones, where people then they go to for consult with on certain things. These are the people behaving like this. And you, how you go feel for even say you are a president, where you witness, you see what happen. Why would you even want to call yourself why would you even give a statement and say let's come together and let's unite? Is that how the elections them, the AGMs that where you don't attend in the past, was that how they were conducted? You, the Michael Asuelo, the outgoing president, was that how you were elected? Were you elected under those conditions? So why do you think someone else should be elected under that type of hostility? Why should it be okay? Yes, I can take one more call and close the show. Let the caller go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead, caller.
Yeah, viewers, thank you. They talk back.
Yes, sir.
I think say this by election, I think say there's a bigger elephant in the room, which we all miss. I believe say the senior lawyers where they don't make the living out of that bar, and the force are the if mean they assess the whole thing and the force are the holding responsible because they have a moral value or maintain a standard. Because if me a disgraced girl for come and me it affect it even affecting the community or most of them are internationally known. They don't make a name internationally. They should invest more time to make sure say finance are maintained within their organization. That's number one. Two, the bar in that country. Now the result we see standard don't fall from the school. They don't mind. They thought will be the gap. How many lawyers we get at Salone? But every university in Salone is a school of law. Jalade do law, Marketing they do law, every they do law. So 3 universities in Salone, everybody they produce. So standards they don't compromise that. So not only that, but for the fact that the two candidates, Gentle West and
What you say?
Ms. Kama, declare there are these two parties, these two people that declare. One declare for SLPP, one declare for APC. I feel say morally, these two parties, the lawyers of that country or whatever the elders of that
Caller, I just want to pause
institution.
for 1
Hello?
second. Caller, did they actually come
Huh?
out and say they were standing for political party? Did they actually say that? Because we don't ever
Ye-
hear them come
The,
out and say, now this
the
political party are they
interview, me and
stand for.
Mama and the religiously follow. The interview gently web, it say in a SFPP. And not talk say it is time for SFPP, but it's in a SFPP. And Ms. Kaba, in my talk say in a APC. You and I know.
Okay.
Other country don't do that. The or two. And the way things move before even the election, everybody knew those two people, SFPP, APC. So that's the issue. SFPP, APC don't infiltrate into every major sellers association. If they do election today, SFPP they pick their own candidate, APC they pick their own candidate. So what we are seeing that the result is the society will not go. The way the Salone society don't be is bigger than how you. The thing don't over until you come back at the drawing board. Until you come back at the drawing board, because SFP not go one loss, so APC and APC not go one loss, so SFP. All this thing is somewhere a pressure group because it's SFP. If gentle win that thing, which they don't allegedly, they don't manipulate, they don't win that, you go find out say the next 1 year or two, the bar they will be dormant. If Ms. Kama win, what she's going to do, obstruction of everything that they will do. So really, the question here is that Salone will elect or absolute political party they will elect. Why would not advocate for
it? No say Salone they exist, una no go elect am.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
The only person I be a genuine candidate. Nana, sorry, Augustine, Segemara. That will be the only candidate with the education where they are. I mean, everybody 100%. They are educated. For first, they talk say they are educated. That would have been the only candidate who qualified for becoming a pressure group where will be neutral and form a group that country where will be neutral and not pressure on both opposition and SFPP, the ruling government at present. So the issue here is both party candidates, Ms. Kama and Ms. Jabi, when I will call Ms. Gentle, but Abubakar Jabi Pikinade. Wherever you go up and come, like SFPP and APC, why we need to address that? Not to every Bush election where SFPP and APC can manipulate the thought in that country. I hope genuinely, Australia will come and let us face the whole thing. The whole thing like SFPP and APC, the national politics, and not go down to all these small organizations. And I shame to the bar association, the elders, where they don't allow these two parties to infiltrate and they damage the image of them. Thank you. I might call back if I have time.
Okay, so I see 2 call in the queue. If I take them 2 call, then they close the show immediately because we don't go past with time. So I will take the last 2 call and I get for be cognizant of. Now that make una for call when una supposed to call. You know, Mr. Jambo, you're in time done late. And me self, you know, I have other commitments as well as you know. I'm not feeling. Both of us are not exactly. Both of us are not feeling well, so also you guys need to have pity on us. I will take the last 2 call and that's it. Caller, waiting on your name and who say the call from.
Hello, good day, Ms. Matilda and Mr. Jamboria. This is Abdullah. I call from New Jersey, US.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I will start off with who said the last caller, waiting the last caller talk about. You see, we talk about this SLPP APC thing. I feel say one problem we'll get as a country right now, we dey really apportion blames them wrongly. And this get for continue for affect we until we blame the actual person where they cause the problem. There is no way we will accept say there's a problem in the first place. And until we accept say there's a problem caused by specific people, there's no way we will think of the right solution. This is not a problem. This call I had to talk about now SLPP APC. First of all, what is wrong about them lawyers and they belonging to a political party? Even the thought say they're not for talk about empathy, it's wrong. And besides, like Ms. Matilda say, I know they come out rightly say or express the interest of being president of the Bar Association, get connection with them political party. You know, so we not get for dissociate ourselves with political parties because we are all politicians in one way or the other, no matter what. And political parties and they exist in a better country than like the US and the UK. So that's not the problem. They use this for always try for escape or ignore the actual way with our portion blames them. Here is the point. The anti-corruption commissioner has no business for putting another election. As Ms. Matilda rightly said, they don't see you video dance with one of the candidates. Why we not go focus on that as opposed to we talking about the candidates, them political party interest. That is nothing, not get nothing for Dunaya. You will come say you can conduct this election. You don't already dance with one of the candidates. And there is no way, no science, no the way they read your mind, where they say exactly what's in your heart in connection to that candidate we don't dance with. We don't dance with the other candidate at all. That should have been a point of recusal of himself from this process to start with. So let us pinpoint that. But glad you know no better we know for put on the way on put on by in fake tweet where you do or X where you do trying to play the victim now, Alex. Everybody they come at them. But I'm not surprised anyway. These are the sets of people where somebody like President Bill they try for groom for lead with country. If anybody knows the future of the country could be and it would be bleak as a result of some of them kind of leadership here, then you don't know nothing in it. You really don't know nothing in it. If with the kind of the campus and say, oh, na SLPP APC, what is APC really able to do in Sierra Leone right now for goodness sake? Waiting, even if they stand for do the right thing, the current government defend with for making wrong. So let's see if they attempt for the wrong thing now. It would just sound like we and say John Conway to win a John Race. Then they go after them with no thing they happen without even thinking about the law. So this question of always when somebody don't do the wrong thing, instead of we apportion the blame to them appropriately, so we know exactly, let us feel the weight of the wrongdoing, we try for water down the situation by dragging politics inside. This is totally wrong. We have to think better than this as Sierra Leoneans. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. I will take the last call for tonight. Caller, waiting on your name and who's you call from. Okay, we lost the caller, so that's good. So if you call again, I know they take you call or hang up till next week. So I go. I don't lie. Mr. Jambo, I make I give you 1 minute, make you say you goodbye and you final statement as we don't run the time a lot.
Yes, so thank you. Fambul, if una see who they can see them with sick show, would they try for talk to now? Some of we know the direction who country they go. You not get for be look grown man, you not get for be magician or whatever. What in they happen as Sierra Leone? So I'm glad you, Matilda, give the example of La Côte d'Ivoire, you give the example of Togo. These things had happened before. The worst case scenario now what happened at Rwanda 1994. Una now be careful, na Salone. Now be careful. We have made our country into a failed state. APC, they end up on their own. SLPP, they on their own. There is no center in Sierra Leone anymore. Una be careful. God no get for come up can talk to we. God they use some of whip and then talk sure for tell una say this is wrong. One thing I will tell you people, being a one person, I go see things coming and they tell you. When the thing come, not expect me sympathy. Even with my children, that's the way I treat them. I tell them, say, if you do so, this will be the outcome. You do so, this will be the outcome. When it reach day, I say, I'm sorry. I not get sympathy, forgive. You've learned your lessons. Move on. Sierra Leoneans, una move away from this mental sleep on and they sleep. I be one talk Norwegian, this nonsense over. Una move away. With a big una, una try take una country serious. Life is not only about going to work and getting money. There is more to it. What would they miss na Sierra Leone? And if we not look at the issues then we will get the money and don't get comfort. Because at the end of the day, we get money and comfort you want. But if also get money, first you get 50 bodyguard, you below so defense, I pass deals. You don't get comfort. So I go stop and they do ya. This is the month of June. All man do all about tripartite. Sierra Leoneans, now the month this, go if you dey wake in the morning, think, what have I done that is not part of what is happening in that said country? Let us ask ourselves those questions. Don't do introspection because each of we get a blame for carry some way, somehow. And if each of we accept, say, yes, we are wrong, then we would be able to begin to see how to solve it. Una thank you, una good night, una good afternoon, una good morning, wherever una there.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jamboya. For address, take 1 minute and I'm not going to deliberate on this for address one something where a caller bring come up. To belong to a political party is not the question because it is enshrined, it's your constitutional right. To make it known that I am a member of this political class or this political party is not an issue. However, if you use the political class for mix up and box up other things them and bring and come other things, then that's when the issue arises. Like you clearly said, they declared and they said they both belong to a political class or political party. But they did not say they are running under the banner of that political class or political party for the position or respective positions that they are running for. We for land for separate the two. And you call in the old guards of the Law Association. You said they are also to be blamed. Excuse me. Wise men may speak, but children may choose not to listen. I know sometimes where lawyer Gabby don't talk. I know times where somebody where hardly ever speak, Tijan Cole, once in a while would say something. Do they listen? No. I believe these two people actually exercise the rights for take them concern, go to the right people them at the time, not the old guards. They take and go to the court. They hear their consent to the court. They also took it to the police, the LUC, the head of the police in the country, where refuse for give them any audience, say him busy. They also address them concern to the outgoing president of the association, where also turn them down, say he busy. So, three bodies that obviously are concerned with the situation did not give merit to the situation. What if the court couldn't do the right thing? The LEC way for safeguard life and property, the police, not do the right thing. The current ruling body, the head of that current ruling body, not do the right. What do you think the old guards would have been able to do? What do you think in their capacity the old guards would have been able to do? We have an example of an old guard who was part of the agenda. Banja Tijansi. Then jog the mic na in hand. Where they talk, they try for appease people then. The mic was removed from him from none other but Ben Kelfala. So what exactly do you think the old guards would have been able to do when an old guard present could not even give him the respect due him? Which one I feel say, let me for able for do. Let us call a spade, put things the way, call things out the way they ought to be called out. But make we not use other things then for cover up the things that we for actually look at. My late father would always say, he always uses this phrase, and he would always say, do not let your imagination carry you over. So if you know what that means, tonight I say to you all listening to me, in the voice of my late father, in the thoughts of my late father, do not let your imagination carry you over. Una thank you, una goodbye, una tata, and una not forget to the app, the VOS app day. So we don't reach June. December we get forget lighting and light you party. Una not forget to yours truly want to be invited to light me and light you. Me I not concerned, but any other one na the app na light me and light you. Palamp me a palamp you. Switch me a off you. Now I need be simple. So now make sure so now subscribe to switch me and switch you, off you and on you, and light me and light you. Now make sure so now do that. Family, tata. May God bless you all.
Say make we drive Kushna Salone, but we life them.
That is so right, yeah now. What's if they do? When we bother them, they die. Push on down the hill, now them body just they try. So foot now them body they and now they just they cry. When we bother them foot so they swell now why? I don't know if now the chemical or what's in them they put. Best now for avoid them, nothing but the suit. Other food and they for it, come up be young kush. We say bring this message so you do work for you. On the
Every day we dey lost it man the life because of push, yeah. Papa government, NGOs not come so we aim, yeah. You way they import push, you know like Salone, no. Now we value we like Dr. Isaac was
that's a cushion. Me brother don't want before you say